Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is my TGIF version of Morning Coffee and Crochet. And how is everyone this morning? I just jumped on live, so I'm going to wait and just kind of go a little casual until we get some people in. I got to grab my coffee. Pardon me. Oh my goodness, I have to have my coffee. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. Good to see you. Naomi, good morning to you. It's good to see you. I am drinking my coffee. It just has a little bit of half and half. It's my new go-to. Oh, thank you, Naomi, for letting everybody know. I didn't have time to even do a thumbnail this morning. I just took that picture and just ran with it. Which is fine. Because it kind of changes it up a little bit, doesn't it? I'm going to sit here and drink coffee and try to wake up. How about you? How are you doing this morning, this fine Friday morning? I have been pretty busy with having the granddaughters here. I recovered nicely. Hey, Yarn Inspired. Good morning to you. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. And so what's in your cup this morning? Mine is hot coffee with a little bit of half and half. I don't have any sweetener in here because I prefer it that way right now. It's just very mellow and yeah. You're just waking up too, Yarn Inspired? Yes. Naomi, that's just a little bit of lipstick. That's what happens. Hey, Irish Cat, good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you. Man, this is good. So good. So, Wednesday was a super busy day, and looks like we've got a few people on here. Our Alice isn't here yet, and Lori and Robin, but that's okay. They'll come on. They'll hop on in just a little bit. So guess what we have again today? We've got snow. More snow is falling. And I don't know how long it's going to last, but we do have a little snowman out in the yard, and I'll have to take a photo of him. Morning isn't morning without coffee. You got that right. Yarn Inspired, I thought you were new. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness. It was Awanda. Good morning. Good morning. And so anyway, yes, we have some more snow this morning. And it was freezing last night. So, and so, hey, Miguel, our traveling buddy. He went on an adventure, but I don't know where you went. If you've said it, I haven't seen it. And, so yeah. Oh, thank you, Yarn Inspired. I have a tutorial for it. It's it's just got the swirly legs and swirly arms, and then the head and the hat. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness, my coffee's talking to me this morning. So it's really good to see you, and I'm moving a little slow this Friday. Oh, yes, I saw a picture of you in the plane above The clouds. Did you rename Miguel? What did you call him? Oh, you called him a Wanda. I was wondering if a Wanda had made it in. I was thinking, I haven't seen a Wanda. Come on in. Hmm. You're welcome, Yarn Inspired. And the thing is, you can make that anything. It doesn't have to be a snowman. It can be a little doll. It can be any color. You know, this one I haven't ever put a mouth on. I'm really terrible with mouths. So I didn't put a mouth on this one yet, but isn't she pretty? Or he, or whatever. So, anyway, yes, I like them. I like them a lot. And they're fun. Kids like them. And so that's what's fun about that. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so I've had a little bit of an adventure. We had a mortgage closing that we were supposed to go to, and of course we got snow. And we got snowed in. And so the only thing that we could get out, oh no, Naomi, you've been sick. What, friend? Oh my gosh. That's terrible. That's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. Ah, yes, Yarny. My granddaughters love amigurumis too. Yes, they do. They love toys. And so this is really something that's super quick and super easy, super fun to make. And yeah, I hope you feel better, Naomi. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, you know, it's been quite an adventure around here. On Wednesday, my son and daughter-in-law took a little overnighter over to Knoxville, and so they had a really good time. Hot tea with local honey. Good for you, Miguel. Good for you. Good for you. And because that stuff is good. And so we so I had the girls, and so I did the live with y'all this on Wednesday morning, and then we had breakfast, and then we played a little bit, and then the mommy and daddy left, and then I had classes to do with the little girls. The little 3-year-old has a class, and her class is learning how to do letters. And so she has an online teacher, and there's like 5 students in the class. It was super sweet. The teacher's super sweet. It was fun. And Annabelle just loves doing her class. You know, she was drawing her letters, and they did I for igloo. And then they talked about the weather. They do weather, and then they do 2 letters. And so, hey, Catherine, good morning. Good morning to you. So it was fun. And then at 3 o'clock, hey, Awanda, good morning to you. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. And then at 3:15, my 6-year-old granddaughter, she had science. So she has a science class that's online, and they were talking about like taking 2 things and having a chemical reaction to make a different thing. So their chemical reaction was taking whipped frosting, chocolate frosting, and some powdered sugar, 2 very different things, and combining it. And then, of course, the powdered sugar made it turn into like a dough. So it was Play-Doh. Oh, I see. She's come in and she's eaten some of it because it had little fishies and things lined up in here. So she took her the powdered sugar and and she's got the thing too. Okay, she got the tub of icing too. I bet she ate it while I was gone yesterday. And so then she took little cookie cutters and she rolled it out, took little cookie cutters, and so while she was doing that, the teacher was talking science-y talk, really very, very sweet and fun. So anyway, so that was fun, but it was super messy, and so that was Wednesday, and then yesterday, hubby and I had a closing to go to for our mortgage for the new house, and so I drove on the driveway. Oh, you got antibiotics. Good, Naomi. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So I drove on the driveway and it was ice and snow, and then we had the dips, and it was something else, but I just kept going and we got out. And then the roads were a little icy, but not too bad. So we got out. Good morning, Nisi. Good morning. I'm so glad you made it home okay. I'm so glad you made it home. I know little man was glad to see you. I know he was. Oh my goodness. I know your hubby was too. But it's something about those littles that, hey, Patty Barker, good morning to you. Good morning. I'm a little late too. I'm a little late to the party. So yesterday was very busy. It was like adventure getting out, and then we went to the closing, and it just seemed like, closings, it was easy, but yes, Nisi, you came back home and there's snow everywhere, right? You got more snow last night. So did we. So did we. And it's still snowing right now. So that's fun. So anyway, when we got home, my son and daughter-in-law, they were like ready to leave because they wanted to beat the ice storm that was coming through. They have 4 hours to drive back to North Carolina. It took them 5.5. So anyway, they on their first part of adventure right in here. You're getting snow now too, Patty? Oh my goodness. On their adventure, trying to get out of this this little town, they came upon a car that had gone off the road, and it was sideways, and there was like a 20-year-old young man in there. So my son helped him. They have those space blankets that are like, they can like fold up into like nothing. They're like silvery, and then you wrap them around you and it holds your warmth in. So they gave him one of those and gave him a bottle of water. He had already called 911. And so they did what they could to help him, but then they had to get back on the road so that they could try to beat the ice storm. And so anyway, they got home safely, which is good. And so, and my son felt like, the little turnaround that he had to do, because he tried to get out of the area in one direction, which I thought was going to be the clearest direction, but it turns out our little road was not cleared at all. And they got stuck, and then they turned around to come back and go another way, and that's how they discovered that young man. So my son felt like, that little turnaround, getting stuck and everything was so that they could help that young man not have to sit there in the freezing cold while he waited for 911. He at least had that emergency blanket so that he could stay warm. So that was good. And then by the time they got into Asheville, they beat the ice storm for here in Tennessee. So that was good. But anyway, so when we got back from the title company, my son was waiting at the end of the driveway. He got in the van and we drove down, and then everybody piled into the van, and I had to drive them back to the end of the driveway so they could get in their car. And it was, that is really, okay. Hi, Miguel. I'm glad you're back. Nikki, that was really a good idea. Hubby and I were seriously not prepared for this kind of winter right now. I mean, I was hoping for snow and everything, but I was not prepared for it. I don't have an ice scraper for my car. We didn't have a snow shovel. My son, on his way here, bought us a snow shovel. You know, it's crazy. Thank you, Naomi. I am too. I am too. And so yeah, we no ice scraper for the car, no snow shovel. I I have some boots, but they're ankle boots, and the snow was above the ankles. Oh my gosh, I have no, I mean, I have blue jeans, but I don't really have like a snow jacket or anything. I just have layers of things. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. So, anyway, oh, you have a gift card that you've been using as a snow scraper, right? I know. I mean, we use what we have to, right? Um, so, yeah, yesterday was kind of a strange day. Excuse me, because it was the first time hubby and I had been out in like public for a while. And I know mom and dad feel that way, feel like, oh my gosh, we've been in this house for weeks. Because they go out even less than we do. So it was just like a weird feeling being out in public, Oh my gosh, there's like people here and stuff. So anyway, it was crazy. But they got home, we got home, and now we just have to, get through the weekend. Hopefully, I probably don't have winter tires. I don't know. Catherine, I don't have any separate tires. We lived in Florida, remember? So I don't know. I think it's probably all weather is what we have. Um, your rooster, oh, your rooster went MIA. Oh, Raphael, come back. Oh my goodness. Maybe he went to a neighbor's to get warm. Yes, I can imagine, Catherine, that you need winter tires where you're at, definitely. Now, here, I think everybody was kind of surprised by the amount of snow. Um, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't get any crocheting done while the girls were here because we're busy. Oh, the girls got to take a bubble bath in Grammy's big bathtub, and they loved it. So that was fun, and yeah, it was a very good visit, very good visit. But I'm exhausted. Nikki says I try really hard not to drive in the snow. That's why I live in Texas. It's the other drivers. Yeah. Well, and that's kind of the way it is no matter where you are, right? Because whatever you do, you're in control of, hopefully, of what you do. But, when the other drivers start coming in your lane or whatever, you're kind of at their mercy, aren't you? Oh, you went to North Carolina for a week. Nice, Miguel. Nice. I'm glad you got to do that. I'm glad you got to do that. I hope it was for something fun. Um, and oh, Nikki, you took your driver's test in February in Ohio? Oh my gosh, girl, you were brave. You were brave. That was your birthday, though. You were like, I'm getting my license. I know, I did too. I took mine in February. Oh my goodness. Hold on just a second. I'm going to, no, right? She's like, exactly. I'm going to turn my sound off for a sec. Here we go. Sound's back on. I had to blow my nose and I didn't want you to hear that. That would have been rude. But could you tell I was like getting really congested? Oh, so I woke up this morning just super tired, super slow. And I was surprised it was 8:30 when I woke up, and Nikki got an acrylic nail set for Christmas and she's been practicing. That's awesome. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Good for you. That is fun. That is fun. Oh, okay, next week I have to show you one of the things that I got for Christmas. It's really cute. And we'll have to test it out. Oh, it's not yarn related, but it's super fun. It's super fun. So I'll have to remember to bring it in. I don't want to spoil it. So, yeah, so I didn't get any crochet done while the girls were here. We spent a lot of time outside. They spent a lot of time outside. And I got out in the snow a couple times, but not like my mom. My mom actually went down a small hill on a sled. Isn't that fun? The girls, Nicole wanted to slide down at the same time as Nana. And so, when they have construction and then they pile dirt, in different places. Well, this is what this was. It was a dirt pile. So, it wasn't a huge hill, but it was a hill. You know what I mean? It was like a man-made hill, and then completely covered with snow. So when they would get up there, and then they would just go whoop, and they'd be down. So it was fun for them because it was quick. They got that thrill, the little girls did, of going down a hill without having to drag their little sled all the way up a huge hill. We did have some other slopes that they could go down, and they tried that, and it worked somewhat. But this one was like a steeper, obviously, because it's a dirt pile. So anyway, Nana got up there, and she got on the sled, and then she and Nicole went down at the same time, and Nana went sideways. You know how that happens sometimes. And so it was fun. It was fun. Nana got snow all over her, booty, and it was fun. They had fun. So, and so that's the snow adventure. You had to change flights in Orlando. The humidity was awful. See, I can't even imagine being in that heat right now. I am so glad that I'm not in that heat right now. I just really easy. Oh, thank you, Naomi. Thank you so much. She's reminding everybody, give me some thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. It does help. It does. It lets everybody know, hey, somebody likes this person. Right? So, I have to clean up this room because the table, my little yarny table, hey, Lulu, hello, good morning to you, good to see you. My little yarny table here, the white one that I set up, it has, it has chocolate Play-Doh on it, dried chocolate Play-Doh. And then I can feel it on the floor. I have bare feet right now. I can feel it on the floor, so I know that it's here too. So I'm going to have to get my my vacuum out, my broom. I'm going to have to clean this table off. I forgot yesterday. When the girls left, I was like, whew, what a day. So we didn't do a whole lot. No, we just kind of whew. It's so crazy. Annabelle is 3. She climbed on my lap yesterday, and she asked me, she got right in my face, and she said, Grammy, why are you and Poppy and Nana and Grandpa so old? She wanted to know. She wasn't like making fun or anything. She's 3. She's like, why are you so old? And I said, well, because we've been living for a lot longer than you. Naomi, you're headed to Miami soon, and you have to fly through Chicago and Philadelphia. Oh my gosh. It's like, you would think that they might have a straight flight to Miami, but I guess not, because since Miami is an international hub, I guess they have to pick people up on the way, huh? Yeah, well, that makes sense when I think about it that way, but oh my goodness, you have to stop through 2 cold places in order to get to the nice warm place. Well, I hope that you have fun in Miami. Robin went to Miami recently, I think it was, and or maybe it was Key West. Oh, I think it was Key West. I don't remember. And so anyway, she had a really good time. She and her husband had a really good time, and so yeah. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun, and it's always nice. My shoulders are tight. It's always nice to vacation in warm places or cool places, and then you just decide where it is that you want to live, right? And I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here in Tennessee. I'm happy that we get weather, different kinds of weather. Oh my gosh, the wind is blowing, so the snow is coming off the roof. I could see like things blowing. Plus it's snowing still. I'm looking. Oh yeah. It is really snowing. So I hope we're going to be okay. We do have to get out on Sunday for a little bit, but yeah. Oh, it's okay to get, to get snowed in if you don't have to go anywhere. It just so happens that, this snowed in kind of time, we have a couple places where we need to go. Oh my gosh. So anyway, we had to go to the title company, and then we have to go to Knoxville for something on Sunday. So I hope that we can make it okay. I hope we can make it okay. Yes, you like the snow if you don't have to go anywhere. Yeah, exactly, Nikki. Exactly. Oh my goodness. So, okay, so I had a couple projects going. I had the one ongoing project, which is going to take a while, right? Hey, Connie, good morning. You've been having fun this morning messing with a scammer on Facebook Messenger. Oh my goodness gracious, girl. And you are funny. You are so funny. So, I have that ongoing project that is the scrap blanket, and that's going to take a while. So I'm just going to keep plugging away at that. It's fun to pick that up every now and then and just do it. You know what I mean? And then the other one was my my rug for in front of my bathtub, which I think is probably pretty close to being done. And then I have to figure out what kind of projects I want to do. And I've already completed. Oh man, Naomi, you have been under minus temps and ice and snow. Yes, yes. Oh yes, you're trying to get them to give you money. Yeah, I hear you, girl. Connie's playing with scammers and trying to get them to send her money. So, yeah, so I'm trying to figure out, well, okay, so I have those 3 hats that I completed. And, okay, you're going to listen while you move around. Good, Miguel, good. And then, so I have completed 3 things, and I think I might call the bathtub rug good. I think it's probably about the right size. It doesn't really have to be that big. It's just right in front of the tub. And so, yes, yes, I get you, Connie. And Connie says, I'm not serious. I just let them know they're barking up the wrong tree. Yep, I hear you. I hear you. So I'm really not sure what my next project's going to be. The shelving did not get put in, but I kind of think that maybe. Hey, Trudy, good morning. It is good to see you. Hello. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm just talking about my weather, all my snow. You know, Trudy, it's been years since I've lived where there's snow. And I mean, a long time since I've lived there. And like I was 16, 17, probably. Oh, the birdies are coming on the porch, on the veranda. The birds are really, really active. Orlando Airport is huge. Yes. Yes. Oh, you're melting at 37 degrees Celsius. Oh my gosh. Here, I'm going to pick up a snowball. Here it is. Boop. I threw it your way. I hope you caught it. Cool off, sister. Cool off a little bit. Oh my goodness. Yes, I don't miss the melting. I am just so happy to be where it's a little chilly. I don't know if I'm going to be happy when I see the electric bill. Yes, so we still have to put our wood stove in, and so yeah, the wood stove needs to go in and be installed, and then we might be like so hot. We'll have to just put a little bit of wood in there, and this one is a good one. It's an Amish made, and it does have a regulator on the back to regulate how much heat is, released. So hopefully we can figure it out, right? Right. Oh, such a fun day. So today is Friday. I don't really have anything planned for the rest of the day except to finally take our Christmas tree down. We had it up. We kept it up so that when the girls came, we could have Christmas and it could be under the tree. And, so because we wanted to still celebrate Christmas with them, and they really enjoyed themselves. So that was fun. And then now we can take the tree down. Where the tree is where the wood stove's going to go anyway. So next year, I don't know where we're going to put our tree, but we'll have to figure it out. We'll figure it out. And so it'll be fine. I think we might end up putting it in front of the window and the front. I don't know. I'm not sure where we're going to put it, but we will find a place for it. And then next year we can, maybe decorate a little more for Christmas. Hubby was really nice, and he put lights on the veranda, on the railing, and then out on the entryway. There's a fence there, and so he put lights there so that when the girls came, there were Christmas lights up and everything. And don't know if they really paid much attention to it, but it's a core memory that they're going to remember. Christmas lights, Christmas tree, opening presents, having fun. And so it's something that they will hopefully have a core memory of. So anyway. It's been fun. It's been fun. So what should I make? What should I make? I was really thinking about doing something with granny squares, and I need to find that granny square. I think I'm going to see if my daughter-in-law can come next month and help me get the shelves up. Maybe in a couple weeks, maybe in about 3 weeks. I'm going to see if she can come with the girls for a couple days. And the first time that they came, they wanted to come as a family. And my son has been working, and in the last, I think, 6 months, he's had like 5 days off total. Like, no, like, and I'm not talking about like where you ask for a day off. I'm talking about total because they had they were like short people, and then they hired some people, but then it took them a while to get them trained and up and there and whatnot. And so he just took the overtime. He worked and worked and worked, and did not have a whole lot of days off. And so finally, this is when he finally had some days off. And so, so that, they got to come together. So that was good. And so that's why they wanted to wait until they could all come, the four of them, the first time they came to the house. And that way they could all experience it together. They had fun. They were on the four-wheeler. They had a good time. And yeah. Justin cooked in the kitchen one night, and he loves to cook. And he usually cooks. He usually cooks them their lunch, and they all have lunch together instead of having like supper together, because he has to be at work in the afternoon. So anyway, so they usually have one meal together, and he'll cook, and because he does love it, and then Tina will cook, the rest of the meals. But he did love cooking in my kitchen. It was really nice. So help me out, guys. What should I make? Let's see. Trudy needs snow. Connie says it's a lot warmer here. It's making Bunny hyper. Aww. Oh, you dread the electric bill too. Yes. You'd like to have a wood stove without the heat, Lori? Lori! CCL is in the house. Hello, Lori. Without the heat, yes. Connie needs coffee. Sledding downhill. Yes. Oh my goodness. So, Lori, with the negative temperatures outside, I know CCL was sneaking in, wasn't she? She was like, I'm not going to let anybody know. And then she had to let us know. So, I'm not sure what the temperature is today, but we have seen really low temperatures, which is really good, really fun. And so, yeah. It's been good. And poor mom has had some slippers, some Minnetonka slippers out for delivery for a couple weeks now, and they're supposed to be delivered today, but we'll see because it's still snowing and there's ice, and the county put something out saying stay home if you can today because it is icy. And so I'm sure that they canceled school. I'm gonna have to like loop into that so that I can keep. Hey, Awanda, good to see you. Oh, you have a Zoom meeting. See you Monday. Okay. Have a great weekend, Awanda. See you Monday. So, yeah. I'm going to have to come up with a plan because there's so much yarn here. Mountain boots instead, right? And then they could walk themselves across the mountain to her, right? So they are a gift from Robin, and Robin says that they will keep Mom nice and warm, and Mom is waiting to be nice and warm. So look at my shirt today because it's still snowing. I went ahead and put my snowman shirt on today. Lori, how are those babies doing? They were born on Tina's birthday, my daughter-in-law's birthday. So that's fun. And Yeah. Lori, I don't know how many kittens she had, but that one that you showed sure was adorable. Sure was adorable. So, um, yeah, I'm not sure. I have so much yarn. Oh my goodness, so much yarn. Um, it's a kitten house this month. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Are your mamas doing okay? Let us know. We want to know. Oh, she had six. A nice number. That's a nice number. That's not overwhelming, right? For a mama. I mean, goodness, I don't know how they do it when they have like so many kittens. My goodness, when they have 9 kittens and I don't know how I could keep track of 9 kittens. I don't know how the mama does it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I gotta tell you. So Nicole and her mommy went for a little trek, right? They went for, oh, they make you help them. Yes, they do. They're like, come here. You gotta help me do this. And so they went for a trek in the woods and they went walking. And they took a nice little trek. They saw some footprints in the snow that weren't theirs. They took photos to see and try and figure out what they were. They saw birdie feet in the snow. They saw a little animal in the snow that obviously had a belly because there was like a little belly trail too. But they saw really big prints, and then they came upon it almost looked like a little den because there was an opening and it was black in there. It was dark, right? And then there was snow over the den and they didn't know what it was. And so they just quietly backed out, but they took a picture of it first. So I don't know what we've got living on our land here, but it sure is interesting to dream about, right? Um, I kind of think it's something, I don't know. I'm going to have to do a little more research, but it's something small enough that makes a den. It could be skunks, it could be, I don't know, armadillos. Do they go in the ground? I don't know. See, that's the thing. I gotta do some research on this and get up to speed on my wildlife. It's almost like, we did have a bobcat here. So I don't know if it's a bobcat den. I don't know. Anyway, it's just really, really interesting and a little, do we really want to be out there just in the elements? And it was just the two girls just taking a walk, no protection. So I'm glad they didn't come upon anything, that was wild and crazy. So they were glad too that they made it back okay. But they made it all the way to the side fence. And so that was good. That was quite an adventure for them. So that was fun. And but they have all the snowy boots and the snowsuits and the snow gloves, and they're all ready, completely ready. I'm looking at my yarn here. Okay, so this one, like, oh, goodness gracious. So, like, things like this, totes like this, I've got a lot of different yarns in here. I've got some browns, I've got some blues, I've got some tans. There's even a little bit of a fall orangey colors. And so as I'm looking at the yarn in the totes, I am overwhelmed and trying to figure out what to do. I don't know. You know, I do have some more because some of the totes got emptied over here. I do have some more totes, but even the yarn, I've got yarn in packing moving boxes, and I don't have clear totes for even all of that yarn. So there's no way for me to like stack all of the yarn in plastic totes for right now so that I can you know, kind of get organized in my mind. Oh well, we're going to get that done. And well, I'm thinking I'm thinking maybe a medium project, right? And by medium, I mean organization helps keep your anxiety at bay. Lori says organization is overrated. But not for me, because then I can see what I've got. It takes away some stress and anxiety, just knowing what you have. It's the not knowing what you have and not knowing how to get to it. And, you know, that's what makes me anxious and stressed out, you know. But not really, not in a bad way. I just kind of feel like a floating island here, like, I'm gonna get this one, I'll get this one. So I think what I'm gonna do is maybe get a color scheme together. So Naomi, I'm thinking, no, I'm not stressed about organizing. I'm stressed about not being able to see my yarn. And I'm actually not stressed about it. I'm actually feeling really calm about it. It's just a word that I use, I guess. You know how we do. Oh my gosh, when I just did this, it reminded me, the girls decided to be Grammy. And so they copied everything I did. So when I did this, they did that. Everything I said, they both repeated me together. It was like having a stereo. And so I told my mom, I'm like, there's 2 more Barbaras in here. They were at the table. And I know it'll be a surprise when I do see it. That's right, Lori. You are correct. You are correct. Lori, do you still have all your yarn on shelves? Yeah, I was kind of thinking about a tutorial. So, you know, I still could do that tutorial on the rug that I did. That's super easy because once you get the pattern down, you just keep growing it. So it's not like I have to keep, you know, it's not like it changes. So I could do that really easy. And that would be fun, right? Everywhere now that I have cats. Oh, it's everywhere now that you have cats and kittens. Are the cats and kittens playing with your yarn, Lori? Are they like scattering it to the wind? Oh my goodness, I can't believe you're letting them do that. Oh my goodness. That is funny. That is funny. A couple of them do? Yeah. Yeah. I have a blanket that one of my cats made biscuits on, and so she felted it. And so she felted the blanket just in that one. It was folded, so it was just in that one section, but she ruined the blanket because she felted it. Oh well. I mean, you know, I was a little upset when I first saw it, but what can you do, right? You can't help it. It's done. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Naomi, I'm thinking, imagine the colors they've come up with. Yeah, I know, right? The color schemes. You should totally do something with a color scheme. Like say, okay, like put it all back on the shelf or whatever and just say, oh, one brings you wool yarn daily. Oh, that's sweet. Maybe she thinks it's a kitten or a present. Oh my goodness. So whatever she brings you daily, you need to make a square, a granny square out of that. Just one granny square. You got time to do that. I'm sure. So whatever she brings you, whatever color it is, whatever it is, just make, you know, make it a nice size square, and that way you don't have to make as many. Make it like a 10-inch or a 12-inch granny square, and then, you know, in a couple weeks you'll have a blanket made. Just make a square a day. That's fun. That is fun. So yeah, I'm thinking I want to do like a year-long project where I just make, you know, different squares or something like that Moogly. I don't know. I might do something with that, but that one was just, I think she could have come up with a better, not to be critical or anything, but from my perspective, I think she could have come up with a better first square, because when you have such a hard square to begin with, it makes people go, "Oh, yeah, okay, I'm not doing this." That's just from my perspective. If it was something that I could totally do and not get intimidated by, and I mean, I've been crocheting for a long time, um, you know, almost 50 years. So, not quite 50 years, but almost. And so, if I'm getting, you know, a little bit intimidated by it, you know, I guess maybe the younger people would be like, "Oh yeah, let's try it. Let's try it." Um, I did come up with a couple really cute patterns on Wednesday. That's right, I did. I could try something like that, maybe. Thank you, Naomi, for helping me think this through. So, you know, Connie went through a stage where she was really struggling with, you know, this was before um, Christmas, and she was just really struggling with, you know, motivation and just feeling up to it and everything. And so she went through a stage where she made hats, and just like one hat after another, kind of like my summer of the dishcloth, and where I just made dishcloths one after the other, and it was like a production line. And I think it really, when you do that, when you're really stuck, when you're feeling stuck, if you do that, it eventually helps get you out of whatever feeling of stuck you're in, you know? So I've been wondering about, you know, doing like a whole line of hats, or even going back to doing some dishcloths and throwing away some of the older ones that, you know, they've seen better days or whatever, and turning it, or maybe just turning them into scrub rags, you know, for the house. Because you don't need to just throw them away if they're still working. But see, that's the other thing too, because I need to be able to find my mom's sweater so that I can finish that. I don't know. And maybe working on a patchwork sweater would be a fun idea. Oh, you know, I think maybe working on a patchwork sweater would be really fun. Remember that every girl sweater that I made, that I was making, I made it for the girls, I made it for my daughter-in-law, and I was making one for my mom. What if I took that size as a gauge and made like patchwork squares? And yes, doesn't that sound fun? I think that that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, you're gonna start that heart hat in a day or two. That is so cute. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Nikki, doesn't that sound cute? Like if we make some squares, put them together, and then do a couple rows of different colors, and then do some more squares, and you know, just kind of patch it in. Oh my gosh, I think that that sounds really, really kind of cool, actually. Mm. Hey, it's good to see you, Lydia. Good to see you. We're just chatting about patterns and patchwork sweaters. Yeah, this one I'm thinking it's probably going to be so ugly. It's going to hopefully be pretty. You could totally do that too, Nikki. Yeah. Yeah, I think that that's what I'm going to do. Well, see, what I wanted to do was to get a project together so that we could do it on screen and maybe like keep you apprised as to the the progress, and maybe we could be inspired with each other. If a patchwork sweater is not something that you want to do, maybe what about doing a patchwork um, um, like bag? What about a boho bag or a tote bag or a purse or something like that? Hmm. Okay, that is giving me some inspiration. Thank you. Almost a cow where we all create something. Yes, I kind of like that. I kind of like that idea. Man, if we get the squares together, my ear is bothering me. I'm like pulling on it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Um, yeah, if we get some squares together and then decide what to do with them, wouldn't that be fun? Um, and I'm going to find that box and undo that box, open that box that has all of your granny squares in it too, and crochet that together. Um, I think just having all the different colors. Oh, Naomi, your first cup of coffee in a week? Oh, yeah, because you've been so sick. I hope it tastes good to you. Sometimes it takes a while to get your taste buds back. Okay, well, thanks for that is inspiring. So that's giving me some information and some inspiration for next week. Um, Next week is going to be just a normal week. So no visitors, no going places or anything, you know what I mean? So I think what we're going to do is I think I'm going to hang out with you, and we're going to create, and we're going to do some squares and things. So if you want to get a head start on some squares this weekend, go for it. And then next week on Monday, we'll talk about maybe some inspiration ideas on what we might want to do, whether it's just a small project. It could even be a patchwork hat. If you're making smaller squares, you can just put them together. You know what I mean? And that sounds fun too, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. So much to do. So much yarn. So little time. All right, gang. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for letting me blabber, blabber, blabber to you today. I really did have a fun time hanging out with you, and I hope that you did too. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I promise there's going to be new content come out in 2024. And so we're going to have a good time this year. It's going to be a fun year. I'm going to clear off my table so that Monday we can load it down with some yarn and some ideas, and we're just going to run with it. And so anyway, stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye, everyone.